Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Taurus for the month of December 2023. So before we begin, I'd just like to thank everyone for returning to this monthly series and to welcome anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. A few reminders: make sure that you subscribe, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and leave your comments. If you would like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. And also, if you just like to make a donation in support of my channel, you can go to my PayPal me link for the Angel School, Angelic Wisdom. You can find these below in the description area of the video. And if you haven't seen the general monthly angel reading, you can go to my, it'll be the first link there in the description area as well. All right, so let's take a look at the format in front of us. And I may have to, well, I think I got it. See how the light works with the window coming through the window. So the card in the center will represent the archangel that you'll be working with for the month. And then on either side, messages from your guardian angel. The card on the left is from the Major Arcana, and the one on the right is from the Minor Arcana. So the Major Arcana tells us the big theme that is unconscious to us. It's what's sort of hiding, sort of behind the scenes, the bigger, the influencing energy. And the card from the Minor Arcana is what's consciously, what we're consciously aware of, and it's telling us how it's showing up in our day-to-day awareness and how to work with it. All right, so let's take a deep breath. And I was seeing, as I was beginning, I saw myself sitting sort of in a cockpit of an airplane, and that's my symbol for you launching something. But I saw like a chairman's seat seated in front of the cockpit of the plane, facing it. And it was in a bright color. I don't see in color, but it was definitely white or something very bright. And then there was sort of like this, like when you look through a, when you're aiming, and the little square so that you can see exactly what you're aiming for. So those gave me the sense of, the chair gave me a sense of CEO, the emperor energy, and then really being focused. So there is something that you're trying to launch in this month, and but you're being confronted, and it could be yourself, it could be you, that part of you that is sort of like the emperor, and it's always giving yourself a lot of orders and expecting a lot from you. And sometimes you are evasive of those orders or directives, and so you tend not to focus. So they're writing the word manifestation in front of me, or short, manifest. So this is an opportunity for you to manifest something. Now, Mercury retrograde is unfortunately going to start from December 13th through January 1st. And so that, typically makes things a little bit more difficult and interesting. But what the part of it that you can really work with is that you really need to focus, and you really need, I feel like that chair being white, you need to be honest with this higher version of yourself that is really showing up and being very confronting in terms of its energy there, right? And so you need to focus on what those directives are, even if they seem like they are just so out of your comfort zone or out of your league. you need to be really honest. As they write the word confess in front of me, you need to be honest about what you really want. And this, which is confronting you, you want it, but you're afraid. You're intimidated by it. And you need to let that go. Okay? So let's take a look at the Archangel. It's funny because as I was about to start, I felt like I was seeing, this forest, and um, just what it gives me a sense of is this roaming in a forest, getting lost, kind of feeling. And so you got to think about like how does that translate? You know yourself. What do you use to sort of distract yourself and get lost in something else and never stand focused on that target? And so you're working with Archangel Jophiel, and it says, act with wisdom and use information for the highest good. So here, Archangel Jophiel looks at you with a sense that you know what to do. You know who you are. You know your stuff, and you know how you're dealing with your stuff. And you know how you're dealing with the situation. And it implores you to make a wise decision. So this retrograde will help you to kind of slow down and really focus. Because if you are not communicating honestly with yourself and your higher self, that is to say, really let that information come through without filtering it, then you're going to really have sort of, an interesting time with Mercury. Right? You're going to have, it's going to really make, your efforts to be evasive very complex. So be honest with yourself during this time. Face the situation and make wise decisions. Don't let the same things occur that you use to distract you from your focus and create really great excuses. The better the drama, the better excuse. So why do we get a lot of drama at times? Because it makes for really great excuses. Whether it's to blame or when somebody asks you or calls you out, that you just have all these things to say. And in your head, it sounds great, but you're just wasting energy explaining this stuff when you can be focused on what it is you wanted to do and not have to make excuses to yourself any longer, but actually start enjoying some of the pleasures and the benefits that you get from actually, really being engaged and interacting with something that's really meaningful to you. All right. Justice. So I get a sense of that the universe is, bringing things into balance, but it's calling you out in a way, right? So in the sense that whatever you put out there is what you're going to get. It's going to come back to you just in the way that you're putting it out there, not to criticize you, but to help you to acknowledge, be clear and honest, and then make a real choice that will create the changes or make a real difference in that sort of that dynamic with yourself. So you're really going to be experiencing karma, as it says here, and so make sure you communicate honestly with yourself, because those lies, you don't want them to come back to you in the way that you put them out there. And you know how they're going out there. You just got to start, you know, saying this is what's going on. I'm afraid, but this is how I'm going to try to deal with this now. So the Queen of Fire is, I was thinking of someone who is just extremely capable, all right, and very balanced. She's the strongest of the queens, to me, in terms of, she's, well, and she might lean a little bit more towards masculine energy, meaning because she's very creative, she's very productive, and she's very direct, and she knows her own mind. So in a way, what will serve you best is to be the same, meaning know your own mind, know what you really want in your heart. You feel those passions, and nothing interferes. You allow nothing to interfere with carrying them out and getting them done. All right, you're all about, you know, the projects that you have going on for yourself, and really exploring all the pleasures that life can afford you and all the opportunities. So the Queen of Fire is really focused on nurturing every opportunity that's coming her way. And that's sort of the attitude, and that shows a respect for your your higher self that you're trying to avoid, because you don't trust yourself, but your higher self trusts you. And that's what you need to rely on. Okay? So, I send you lots of love and angel blessings. Have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. God bless you.